Hello, hello. I'm live. So today's trilogy, or day one of the three of trilogy, which is going to happen today, tomorrow, and the day after. So depending on when you're watching this, come back to wherever you're watching, whether you're watching from LinkedIn, which you'll find me, just Jenny Kovacs, Visibility Queen. Whether you're watching on my YouTube channel, which you'll find me by typing in @Jenny Kovacs. And if you're looking for me on my Facebook page, I'm Jenny Kovacs, the Queen of Being Seen. But you'll find me by typing in @the Visibility Vibe without the S. So today, I wasn't going to share this today, but that's why I've titled this something I wasn't going to share. But I thought I would share it anyway, because I feel that it might be the kind of thing that somebody somewhere needs to hear. So you'll know by this that I'm Jenny Kovacs, Visibility Queen, also known as the Queen of Being Seen. You'll also know that I'm passionate about you being visible and you being seen from a page, a stage, or a screen, which can cover all sorts of things from speaking and video. But what you won't know is why I feel it's important. And this is kind of peeling back the onion layer and going a bit deeper. So in this video, which I hope will be around 15 to 20 minutes, and I'll also tell you about a little bit about a way that you can enhance and build on these skills for yourself too. I'm going to talk to you about something. And my question, I guess I start off with, is, are you on a mission? Are you the sort of person that's on a mission to make a difference? Are you the sort of person that's highly driven to help people, not just highly driven, because a lot of you get to burnout. Let's be clear on that. Are you a person that's passionate about what you do? Sometimes you find that you're kind of grappling with how to position your work in a way that feels good to you. Maybe you'd kind of dread that question of, hey, so what do you do? Because your brain goes at 1,000 miles an hour. You understand it, you get it. And so do a few people around you. But a majority of people will walk away and still not really have a clue. And the other thing that I'd like you to consider for today anyway is, do you want to articulate what you do in a way that actually feels natural for you to say? Because a lot of people tell me that they've picked up scripts over the years, looked at certain syntaxes and ways to position things out there, but have struggled a little bit still with what to say and how to say it in a way that feels like them. And then the other thing is, quite often with this particular topic, I find that people often say, oh, I've been meaning to do this for ages. I've been meaning to do this for years, is actually what I hear. Somebody told me to do this 3 years ago, or a couple of years ago, someone said or recommended this or said that it would be a really great thing to do. And I can't believe it's been 2 years, 10 months, last year. So if this is you, I'm going to share something that might quite interest you. And if this is you and you're watching, whether it's live or on the replay, please type a note below. Thank you to Jennifer Beaumont, who left a comment on my YouTube channel. I know I didn't say all of your name there, and I'll explain why in a moment, Jennifer. So thank you for those of you who do that, who watch back and you leave comments underneath the video, whether it's on YouTube or LinkedIn or even on Facebook. And the reason I appreciate you is because you don't have to do it, but you do. And often what you share actually benefits other people and helps them too. So thank you for sharing that, and thank you for spreading the love. So what I'm going to talk about today, the thing that I wasn't going to share, I want to start by saying I have had the most fantastic bank holiday break. So for those of you who are in the UK, you'll know it was a long weekend. So we had Monday off. So today is kind of like our new Monday and a shorter week. And for those of you, because I have many clients in Canada, America, Hong Kong, all over the world, it's an extra holiday day. So one of the things that absolutely lit me up over the last few days was Swan Watch, as I call it. So in the place that I live, there is a swan that's been sitting on her eggs for a few weeks, and I've been really curious about when they're likely to hatch. And the hatching actually started on Friday. But when we went to have a look and just see how she was getting on, we actually arrived to 4 little goslings. and left to 5 goslings, which was uber exciting, so exciting. And there's something about being in nature and seeing these things that really light me up and fill me with joy. But for anyone who has ever struggled with the concept of joy or being happy or feeling happy, you'll know that a bit like visibility, happiness is an inside job. So, how do you do that when you are navigating tough times, when life's throwing lemons at you, when sickness strikes, when, either for you or someone in your family, when things kind of knock you sideways or come at you and you don't know? And this is one of the biggest kind of battles that many of us have, especially when it comes to being visible and to being seen and to putting our work out there, especially if you have a lot of your business that's online. For some of you, you'll go out and about and you'll network and do in-person stuff, and you'll do online stuff. And for some of you, you will only do in-person stuff. But how do you do that and convey what you're doing with credibility, with confidence to more people? I'm going to have a sip of today I've got cucumber water. Cucumber with a bit of lemon, and I have to be careful when I drink it that I don't end up eating the cucumber on camera, because that wouldn't be a good look. So the thing I was going to share with you is I had this great weekend. I had a little soiree. Well, it wasn't a soiree because it was in the daytime, but I had a little private party, or we had a private party at our place yesterday, and we invited some friends round. And there were friends that couldn't make it, and they were in our hearts and minds for sure. And there were friends that could make it as well. And it was just one of those kind of times where we were so engaged in conversation. It was great to see people meeting each other and how do you know Jenny and how do you know the man and all of that kind of stuff. That we didn't take any actually at all. We had some gorgeous food. It was very themed and it was just really heartwarming. So as the last few guests left, and it wasn't a particularly late finish yesterday, but as the last few guests left, I started to notice I was kind of like doing this a lot. I didn't wear my glasses because I wasn't reading anything, but I noticed I was squinting a lot. And by the time literally the last guest left, I felt a bit migrainey, I'll say. I don't think it was a migraine, because I know for those of you that kind of have migraines, how debilitating it can be for you. But I started to feel a bit, like this. And my head was like getting, and the temples really sore. And I thought, I just need to sit down. When you try and bend down or crouch or move your head, it feels like a block's hitting the side of it. So I realized it was time for self-care. Now, here's why I'm sharing this with you. And this is the thing that I wasn't going to share with you today. I talk a lot about having confidence on camera and doing video. So the reason, that I'm talking here and I'm referencing people that I know quite well and kind of almost forgetting their name is, quite honestly, today, and I feel like I need to be sat in a dark room like this. I feel like I don't need to be sat in front of a computer with a big light shining down on me. The sun's out today. I want to go and see the swans again. There's lots of things I want to do, but I know that having had the best weekend with friends, that it's important to take care of myself too. And I also know that sometimes when we hit business, we feel like, well, we can't stop. We're maybe the only person in our business that can talk about what we do, or that can share what we do, or kind of keeps the wheels on the sales plate that we spin, the marketing plate that we spin, the visibility plate that we spin, the accountancy plate that we spin, the advocate plate that we spin. And there's so many of these spinning plates we feel that we can't stop. So I want to talk to you about something that I think is really important, because I'm sure I'm not the only person on the planet who goes through this, and I'm sure that many of you do too. So I started off by asking whether you're on a mission to make a difference, and many of you are. And the biggest frustration and struggles that I see with many people who are on a mission to make a difference is this notion of finding the people that I'm here to make a difference to, where are they? And we're quite often trained to jump in and start clawing about, looking for them. Where are they? I need to catch them. I need to hook them. I need to reel them in. I need to have them come to me like we're the Wizard of Oz, and we have this power to pull people in. And I found that over the years anyway, since I've been doing this in 2010, so 14 years, since I've been doing this, that's just one way. And it's still a way that some people prefer. But it's a way that many of you who want to make a difference, you're on a mission to make a difference, you've got that fire in your belly, doesn't feel great to you. The other thing is those of you who are highly driven to help people, and I don't stop at the highly driven, because many of us are highly driven. It could be to eat if we're hungry. It could be to advocate for somebody if we see something going on. But highly driven to help people means that we want to kind of extend an olive branch. We want to reach out. We want to speak to people, not from a pedestal or an ivory tower, but from a place where we're kind of on a level with them. We're passionate about what we do. Many of us are. And I know that you're passionate about what you do too. And sometimes I've heard that passion translate into you trying to explain the thing that you do, but using sometimes jargon, sometimes in words, or sometimes just kind of waxing lyrical at 120 miles an hour. And if you were to ask the person that you've spoken to, did you get that? They'd be like, no, not really. I didn't really understand it. And I know that that's really frustrating for you. And going back to the script piece, sometimes we're told, well, let's position our work. Let's follow this script. Let's do these things. And some people get tied up in knots. Now, I do have a framework, I call it, which has a number of steps. And the reason that I put the steps in like that is to help you to remember it, actually. It means that it gives you a guiding place, like a little rope to hold on as you navigate through. But it doesn't mean that you have to do something in a very kind of engineered or specific way, which is why I wanted to talk to you today about the forthcoming Confidence on Camera, and specifically today. So hopefully this will be like a time sensitive piece, but you'll pick this up today, although it's still not too late. I am going to be running, starting on Monday the 13th of May, which is next Monday at the time of recording this video. I'm going to be running something called Confidence on Camera. And it's being offered to people just like you who are passionate about helping people with their transformation. You're driven to help people. You want to make a difference, but you want to show up in front of them naturally, authentically. You want to feel that you're being articulate and that you're really positioning what you do in a way that does you justice. So what's going to happen next Monday, should you decide to say yes to Confidence on Camera, you'll be invited into a private group, which is going to be held on Facebook, because it's easily accessible to people. Even if people have a Facebook account and they don't really use it, you can get into the group, do your stuff and jump out again. And what we're going to do is, over 12 days, I'm going to show you how to be consistent on a very important piece of visibility that a lot of people overlook because they think it's about performance. They think it's about going viral. They think it's about pointing and dancing, and they think it has no place in what they do because they are quote unquote professional. And I disagree. In fact, I disagree because this is like the underpinning of everything anyone that you ever see who's visible do. Even if you're thinking of people like Oprah and Richard Branson, yes, they write, yes, they have magazines, yes, they're on TV. But if you think about it, even seeing them through the screen is equivalent to video. And contrary to popular belief, you don't necessarily have to be press trained. I've been on TV and I haven't had full press training. But you don't have to be press trained to do it. You just need to know how to articulate yourself in a way that does you justice. So over the 12 days, see head, over the 12 days, you will each day be given a theme. And this is important because it gives you something specific to talk about. But the theme or the themes are really juicy. When I started this program originally in 2015, I left it loose and said, let's just do some consistency over X number of days. Just show up on camera in this private space, and it's safe, and just talk about whatever you want. And actually, that didn't serve anyone. I realized that there were some very specific things that people needed to know in order to be able to do this naturally. I'm coming to you with this, and with most of my videos, in fact, all of my videos, I never ever have a script. I'm speaking to you, and I hope that by walking my talk and demonstrating that, you feel that I'm having a conversation with you. Okay. You'll not see me do this teleprompters. You might see me glance down at notes, and I've got like 6 words down here, but that keeps me on track. So every day you get a theme of something to speak about, which is really helpful to have you really enhance your video game. You also have a tip every day, which shows you different ways to position yourself credibly, professionally, and in a fun way, but a way that has people connect with you on camera. And many people have gone through this. You'll see the testimonials all over my social media online. Many people have joined us from a place of, actually, I'm already confident. Some people have joined me from a place of, actually, I'm a speaker. I've been through lots of programs and I speak quite a lot. Some people have joined me from a place of wanting to be better and get their videos off their phone or off their computer and out into the world. So it doesn't actually matter what your on-ramp is or where you're joining from. You'll be able to have those tips and themes every day. But something else that I do with this is I have, or I've arranged for you to have with me throughout those 12 days, 6 30-minute Q&A, coaching and mentoring calls, which means if you get stuck, you can ask me any question. No question's a stupid question. If you find that as you're doing the confidence on camera, and many people do, they're doing other stuff in the world and other stuff comes up and they're like, oh, how would I talk about this or do this? It means that you can come to me, much like if you were a private client. There in the group, there's a place for you to put your questions or ask your things around coaching or mentoring, even if you can't make the calls. And then that way, because they're live streamed into the group, you can go back and you can watch them again and again and again. The other thing that happens is, for those of you that upgrade to VIP, for every one of your videos, I will record a video giving you feedback on your 12 videos and send that to you. So you've got that to go back to. I'll send you a link. You'll be able to watch your feedback on that. If you upgrade to VIP, you will also get a video content creation call with me. And what we do is, depending on what you do and what your offer is, we'll craft the best content to go out. And I normally intend just to, at least craft 3 to 5 pieces of content with you that you can put out there. But most often people leave with in excess of 20. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. Now, how much is this? This is not the last time I'm offering confidence on camera in this way, but this is the last time I'm offering it at this price point. I revived it in September, recreated the videos, changed some of the themes just to make them even more robust and more beneficial to you. And since I've been doing that, I've been offering it standard entry at just £49, which is about $63. I've been offering that you can upgrade and go VIP for just £99. And you get all the things that I've just mentioned before. You also get access to the course as well on an online portal outside of Facebook, so that you can go back and rerun it again. Because some people say, oh, I really love this and I want to do this again. Oh, and by the way, once you're in, you're in. Every single time we run confidence on camera in the group, you're free to jump in and join as many times. So that's kind of like a one fee to join. Has you in for everything moving forward in confidence on camera. I tend to run it every 2 months. So the next time I'll be running it will be in July. However, if you decide that you want to join us after it starts next week, basically on the 13th of May or in July, to join us at standard is going to be £99. And to join us as a VIP is going to be £149, if I remember rightly, and that will go up to £222. and the standard will also go up to 111. So what I'm saying is, if you've been sitting on the sidelines thinking, yeah, I'll join next time, and you are price sensitive to this, or as one of my previous attendees said, well, I don't know whether it's good or not, so I guess at that price, if it's rubbish, then I haven't lost thousands and thousands, which you would pay with videographers and video coaches as well. So do join us on this. Why you'll need to do this, or why you'll want to do this, is because you're either not confident on camera and wondering the best way to position yourself on camera and what to say. You are confident on camera, but you found that you've put some videos out and you think it's a waste of time because nothing happens from them. Maybe you give a call to action, but nobody does anything. Maybe you feel like it's a waste of time because you're having to heavily edit. And on this, no editing is required. You'll be amazed at how quickly you can pick up your phone, preferably your mouth and your arm, and shoot from anywhere you want to, at any time you want to, in any place that you want to, not just from an office or not just from a studio. So the benefit of this it will show you how to turn up and speak more naturally on camera without sounding inauthentic, without feeling fake, without having to script what you say, and while coming across naturally for other people too. So here's why you. People have told me things like, I had one previous participant who had to give a video for a TED Talk, a video pitch for a TED Talk. She found out within probably 4 hours before the deadline. She was able to put some makeup on, and you can do videos without makeup if you choose. She was able to get her camera out and she was able to stream, make her video, send it over, and she got her TED Talk. Also, she told me that when she went to plan her next online course and needed to record a load of videos, it used to take her about a day just to record maybe 1 to 3 videos. But this time, following the course, she was able just to knock them out really easily. And this is one of the biggest things that people don't think about. When you go to a videographer, or when you schedule some time in your diary to create courses for your videos, to think about your masterclasses or live streams, or maybe you're going to be a guest on a podcast or something, you don't want to waste your time fretting or worrying about how you show up on camera. When you catch the eye of somebody in a corporate setting and they ask to have a Teams meeting with you, you don't want to waste your time and energy worrying that you've rambled, or thinking afterwards, or overthinking, well, I should have said this, I could have said that. You want to be able just to say the things that you want to say as if you're in a room with them, directly in a room with them. So these are just some of the benefits that people have told me all over the years. And if you're one of my past participants, and there's been hundreds of them now, if you're one of my past participants and you've managed to watch this video, put your experiences, type your experiences below so that other people can see that too, because I think it serves them, it serves you, it serves all of us to know what's possible from video. So even though I'm essentially going to take a lot of the rest of today off and just kind of get myself back up and running, the other thing that I wanted to talk about and mention just as I close this video is, I, for many years ago, like over 25 years ago, was diagnosed with a condition called endometriosis. And you might wonder why I'm bringing that up. And, I did wonder whether to share it with you. And this is not a sympathy vote, but for anyone who knows somebody who has gone through the journey of endometriosis, or, currently lives with endometriosis, it can be a really painful condition. And, for some of the women specifically that I speak to on this, not only is it a kind of pain management and exercise in pain management, sometimes it means that they have to down tools and there's not a lot they can do. Now, if you want to navigate running a business with an invisible or hidden illness, I actually had somebody that went through Confidence on Camera who is great at this, and I'll definitely point you into their direction. So I'm not the expert on this, but I do know what it feels like to wake up all guns blazing and think I'm going to do this thing, and then within hours just have to go to bed, be extremely fatigued that you literally feel like you can't keep your eyes open, to be managing pain, where you kind of, just have to take yourself off somewhere and sort of juggle the cocktail of painkillers until you find something that hopefully will take the edge of pain away. And I just want to advocate for not just those endometriosis warriors, but for those of you that live through things like, chronic migraines, chronic pain, arthritis, heart conditions, cancer, all sorts of things that you live through, and you still show up when you can. And if there was one thing that I would say, and one reason that I would say video is the best for this, is because it means that you can literally sit in bed if you had to and broadcast from your bed. You can choose not to show up, wait till you're feeling better, wait till you're feeling energized, and then do this, So if you've got family members and people that maybe you're a carer or that you care for them, this could well kind of affect you too. So it helps you make best use of your time, one video, one time, out to hundreds, out to many, out to thousands, but most importantly, out to the people that that you're ambitiously driven to help them to do the thing that they need to do. And it doesn't need to be about business either. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And, please let me know if you've been through Confidence on Camera and you've benefited in a way that I haven't mentioned before. Please share below this video, because I think it would be really, really helpful. But if you don't jump in by close of business Tuesday, the 7th of May, which is today, you'll still get all the things that I mentioned before. But if you do it before then, you'll also get access to lucrative live stream, and I call it behind the scenes, but actually leveraging your live streams. So whether you want to live stream on Facebook, whether you want to live stream on LinkedIn, you'll also get that workshop thrown in as well. Highly lucrative, highly great if you're looking to tell more people about what you do, sell from the screen, or even just share your magic with the world. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.